Hi, my name is Jason Woods and welcome to Chasing the Apex. So you got me on my way home, and you guys will have to excuse me. I'm actually sitting in a park on the way home, but I want to make sure I get you guys out a video this week. So here's what occurred, right? Is I have a very dynamic job, and that requires some last minute travel, and I have to be very flexible in my work. And so I do apologize for that. I know it gets in the way of my videos. And I understand that, you know, most YouTubers release on a certain schedule, on a certain time, but generally that's impossible for me. It's impossible for me. Okay, it's not impossible for me. I'm not able to do it consistently. So generally I try to keep on a schedule. Generally I try to release on Wednesday or Saturdays, sometimes on Monday or Tuesday if I've got to go last minute. And that's to make sure you guys get the content out. So I just want to explain that. But today I want to talk about sponsors. So I got an email and I got, you know, in a question, and they, you know, when somebody asked me, he said, hey man, do you get paid for any of the advertisements you do? And the answer is no, but I get a lot of offers for that. So in my email, generally I get a lot of offers to do some paid content, you know, to create some paid content. And it happens a lot, and it's happening a lot more. But generally, if you see me talk about content or a sponsor or something on my channel, it's because I believe in it, right? I've tested it, I've looked at it, I had a good experience with that particular product or that particular person or that particular organization. And if I don't have a good experience, then I won't talk about it. And generally I won't accept their product. And so, there's a reason I do that. There's a reason I don't talk about who I don't do videos for. And the reason I don't talk about it is because I think it's in bad form and I think it's impolite. You know, so it's impolite for me to air my dirty laundry everywhere and tell you, oh, you know, I didn't like this product, that's why I didn't do the video. And a million people could love that product, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna love that product. So in my mind, if I've gotten the product and I've tested the product, and I may have even created content on the product, but just not, I won't release it. And the reason I don't do that is because I want you guys, when I say something, when I endorse something, I want you guys to believe I had a good experience. You know, and I'm going to take as an example, Pogia Racing, you know. Now, I get it. Not every customer is going to have a good experience with this gentleman or the product, or any product for that matter. But my experience was, hey, look, you know, here's an ECU. I want you to test the tune, and here's the dyno. You guys can see that link, right? It's going to go put it up right here, and I'll put it down there too. Are they real numbers? And the answer is yes, they're real numbers. It was really what I got. And I know tons of people that use his product and use his tunes happily. But are there unhappy people? Sure, absolutely. Do I know why they're unhappy? Nope, sure don't. Am I sorry they're unhappy? Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure Edward Pogia is as well. You know, the same with like YC Auto Group, right? Somebody may have had a bad experience with them, but that doesn't mean I have a bad experience with them. I have good experiences with them. So that's what I'm trying to get across. And I'm going to use my two like main dudes here, right? These are like my two guys that I've been pitching a lot lately. And so the reason I'm talking about them and I'm giving you that information, that insight, is because I believe they're putting out a good product. Otherwise I wouldn't say it. So at least my experience with them is very good. Now your experience may vary. I can't tell you what your experience is going to be, but I can tell you that when people are creating things, you know, in general, they do it with the best intent of their customer in mind, I want to believe. And so, yeah, that's my experience with sponsors. Now, why I don't take everybody, because believe me, I get all kinds of offers. The reason I don't take everybody is because, first of all, I don't have the time, right? I'd be putting out videos like every day, and I don't have the time. I barely have the time to get one out, and I'm trying to get you guys a vlog style video like this out every week. And so, you know, interacting with sponsors takes time. So there's emails, there's meetings, they want to talk, you know, there's a negotiation that takes place, and generally they try to negotiate before I've seen the product. So, which is fine, but it's hard for me to say I'm going to take money from you if I don't like your product, or I'm not going to put out a good video. So there's some negotiations there that take place. So if I don't like the product, you're just not going to see it on the channel. And I just want to get that clear out to everybody, because it's a good question, really. You know, I could, I guess. It would be a way, you know, to get in a car or use a product and say, I like it when I don't, but I'm not willing to do that. I'm willing to tell you my experiences. I'm willing to document my experiences with it. I'm willing to tell you what other people I know have said about it, but I'm not willing to talk about something I don't like myself. I'm not going to. As a matter of fact, there's been plenty of cars that I've tested that I will not release content on, because not because I didn't like the car, but maybe I didn't like the experience, or I really didn't get the opportunity to really test it and put it through its paces. And so then therefore all I can really talk about is its interior or its drivability on the street. And you know, maybe that's just not what I could do. I mean, because a test drive, and sometimes it just doesn't tell you enough. Sometimes you need more time in a vehicle to to fall in love with it, for that romance to occur. And I just want to get that out of the way, so you guys don't think, hey, you know, Jason's a crackhead and he's holding back on us or anything. So if you have any more questions, keep them coming, man. Keep the questions coming. The questions are helpful to me. But yeah, I don't want to give anybody a publicly bad review. I won't do it. If I don't like them, you won't see them on here. If I had a bad experience, I won't talk about it. And more importantly, and I think this is really important, if I have a bad experience going forward, you won't see them again. And so that doesn't mean that, you know, a person can't affect a relationship. Absolutely it can. My behavior could, or their behavior could, or, you know, any which way. But I don't want you guys to think like, you know, hey, Jason's gonna put stuff up just to get paid, because that's not what I do, man. You know, let's be honest with you. Let's be honest here. Okay, so for every 1,000 views, I might get 50 cents or a buck, you know, sometimes $4 in revenue, depending on the video. But the reality is it doesn't work out that way. I don't really understand the YouTube ad structure, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's not like this view equates this much money. That's not how this works. So the perception that I'm going to get paid on views and then advertise and then some kind of sponsored video, it's just not there. You know, the reality is I'm a dude, and whatever I make a month goes to charity, and that's just why I do this. Part of why I do this. Part of why I do this is so I can give to charity, and I can give to people that, you know, I wouldn't normally have the opportunity to give to, because I am a normal guy. You know, I keep saying it, normal guy, mortgage, car payments, food on the table, grandchildren, children, you know, and they all have things to do too. So I don't want you guys to think like, oh, you know, Jason just does whatever he wants to do. It's not like that. Or Jason's in it for the money, because really I don't know. I mean, everybody tells me there's money in YouTube, but I haven't seen it, and that's okay. That's not why I do it. I do it for the love of creating. I do it for the love of communicating with you guys, and I do it because it allows me to give back to the community, not only the car community, but the community at large. I love getting questions from young people talking about their first cars. I love answering questions about life. I mean, I just do. I really enjoy engaging. And I really appreciate your time, you know, listening to me. And I really appreciate the fact that you guys take the time to hear me, because I mean, let's face it, I'm just a dude with a face for radio, and